कि खूब का बातें सी टीवी लवन राशपी तक Frank Motors. Visit Frank Motors or call 7045207973.
MIT University of Meghalaya. Our admissions are now open for the academic year 2024-25. Explore our best courses, experience global collaborations. Apply today.
Ke East West Group of Institution Bangalore kebeladon kemasan postemi bat ke bapau baha ke kod admission na kebenta ke nursing and paramedical course yang jingte bakambanya kol hakini ke number harum. Ubak polling do ubulong menteri jangka Sorkar jela ubulong ru working president je United Democratic Party lepen phanyai ke Voice of the People Party da ke boong bakalong ke besuk baha yikiwe pat ke bamdon ha ke bor ban kedau keti bat ben Teipop ya ke Sorkar. Ubak pol lepen mi ya kini ke Kynthoh halo ke jingkren jong president ke Voice of the People Party ubak aden mela besaimat ha ke nginyo vote jang election Lok Sabha. Kablalong ha ke South Rik Ujiliu ara charpu saw baka VPP kan satho asya ke Sorkar India ban pha tokit ye kambam sab bampong hapo kan ke jela ha ke Enforcement Directorate bat ke Central Bureau of Investigation. Habakan tho halo ke jindawa hia syuki jang ke VPP ubak pol ulong bagi menteri Sorkar ke ekonomi kman belajir hi upat ba bala rekam don syu ke Sorkar menupat banyalamnya ke Sorkar hapo ke jela.
See, it's very easy for somebody who is not in a position of power to lay all the blames, all the ills, all the afflictions upon the doorstep of the government. But let VPP have, now that they have won the Lok Sabha elections, let them push forward the agenda of the state. I don't see why it should be them versus us. In fact, the fact that they have won with such a huge margin should mean that their elected representative should be able to steer forward the agenda of Meghalaya, push for those agenda in the Lok Sabha, in the parliament. Where is the corruption? At which level? See, now the fact that this is MDA2 would mean that whatever was wrong in the previous term is also tacked along with what is happening today. But this is an entirely new house in which the various political parties, if you recall, when we started off, we tried to form a government of regional parties. But the formula didn't work. And therefore, what is the alternative other than working with the NPP, which represents the majority of votes and constituencies of Garo Hills, and the UDP, HSPDP, which has the maximum number of seats in the Khasi Jaitia sector. What other formula is there to replace that? Well, we respect the mandate of the people, and we certainly accept it with all humility. Yes, every election throws its own surprises. But the emergence of the VPP as a significant player in Meghalaya's politics is now a confirmed reality. Well, there were a lot of factors, but most important was we were racing against time. Our candidate could only start moving after January this year. And therefore, the campaign was limited to certain areas, especially the market areas, and we could not penetrate deeper than that. Well, that is your assessment. But to us, politics is always in a state of flux. Nothing is permanent. And therefore, we are sure that we will bounce back. We will certainly need to introspect. The party leadership will meet shortly to take stock of the situation. But every political party has had this kind of a journey, ups and downs. And today, as we speak, the Prime Minister of the country, who spoke of 400 plus seats, is trying to establish strong links with his other allies, because the BJP does not have a mandate of its own based on its own strength. Things that are no way of us going lower than this. The only other option is for us to bounce back. No, in fact, yesterday also we met, but it was informal because we were in fact, getting inputs from various constituencies, and the party will meet formally in the next few days. Well, that of course is something which they have, a statement which they have to make with the kind of mandate that they have got. But the fact of the matter is that in the assembly, the UDP itself has 12 MLAs of its own. SDP has 2. They are a sizable bloc in the state assembly, and also in the ADCs. The UDP has presence both in the KH-ADC as well as the GH-ADC. So that is our strength. At the point of time when I had made that statement, VPP had 4 MLAs, all of whom belong to one district of Meghalaya. So it was true at that point of time. The result yesterday has shown that it has gone beyond East Khas Hills and has presence in all of East Meghalaya, the Khasi Jaintia sector of Meghalaya. See, if you go by the reports of even the Shillong Times, it clearly spoke about VPP riding on a populist wave. So populism does not last long in politics. It's very temporary, and this is a temporary setback for the UDP, but we are confident of bouncing back very soon. Well, we will certainly have to introspect, gauge the situation, and get feedbacks from party leaders right down to the district and the constituency levels. Once those inputs are in place, we will be able to come up with a counter strategy. They have to say that, being in the position that they are. But look at it from a very logical point of view. We have 3 elections in Meghalaya in the course of every 5 years. You have the state assembly, then the Lok Sabha, and then the ADC elections. Are you saying that any government should be replaced after every single election? Then what kind of government will we have? Supposing now we say that we move out, okay, since we have lost but they said that we have lost the mandate, then who replaces MDA? What happens to governance in Meghalaya? Who takes over? Is there an alternative to MDA? If so, what is that alternative? We have been elected for a specific time frame, a tenure of 5 years. And the Lok Sabha elections are a totally different elections, and the voting pattern also changes. You know, the constituency I represent, West Shillong, has always had this trend that in the past elections, it is always the national parties that predominate the scenario, because the thinking was that we need national parties in Delhi. So this time around, because of the wave of the VPP, it has managed to garner that position. But my simple query is, are you saying that the Lok Sabha election is general elections to the Parliament of India, or is it a referendum? If it is a referendum, then you call for that change. But what happens if in the ADC election, UDP bounces back? Do we come back to power at that point of time? What kind of logic is that?